we are going to continue talking about collagen. So I had shared the short video talking about this collagen plus matcha, and it's the first time I ever used this powder form. I tried the collagen liquid, and matcha has never been a thing. I've never really tried a lot of just plain matcha products. I know there's a lot of people out there that try it, like it. So I tried this one. Again, I'm not affiliated with this particular brand. I just go in and I love to try different products, especially when it comes to any health and wellness and trying to keep up the skin, the glow, and the beautiful body. So let's first just talk about what collagen really is, and then I'll go in and explain kind of what matcha really is. So how collagen benefits the body. So it does a lot. If you think about it, I love to use analogies, but if you think about it as like a building, it's the scaffolding in a building, but it's for your skin, your bones, your muscles, and the connective tissues. So it is one of the most abundant proteins in the body. I will say, though, as we get older, that collagen does break down. And I have seen some research where too much sun exposure breaks down the collagen. And if you ever look at an older person who is very tan, you'll see that their skin is a little more wrinklier than others, or it has it has that feel of looking like leather. So I still love to get out in the sun, so I have not stopped going in the sun because I want my vitamin D, but that is just some research. So just wanted to share that out there. So how collagen benefits the body. So supports joints and bones, helps maintain the cartilage, bone density, and especially as we age. Now, bone density, I talk about that a lot during this perimenopause life we're living right now, because as we do get older, our bone density starts to decrease. So along with muscle and weight-bearing exercises, that's huge for us as we age. Also taking some form of collagen. So, and your body produces its own, but as we age, again, remember there's that reduction, so that's why we go to these products. Improving muscle mass. It can enhance the strength when paired with the resistance training. So here we go again with the same things that we've been talking about when it comes to strength training, and building muscle. It is such a win-win. Like, I can't express enough how important getting physical exercise, specifically the strength training, the weight-bearing exercises, is to our health. Collagen also promotes heart health, keeps the arteries flexible and strong. Again, we want that good blood flow, right? So when it comes to the muscles and the bones, that's where collagen helps. But let's talk about that glowing skin. Yes, makeup can help and then it covers everything, but let's talk about from inside out. So benefits for the skin. It boosts elasticity and hydration. It helps keep the skin firm and smooth. So again, drinking water also helps keep the body hydrated, but the collagen helps increase that. So definitely drinking it for that reason. I want a healthy glow. I don't want to have to wear a bunch of products on my skin. I want to have that healthy glow from the inside out. So I definitely, and yes, there's a lot of creams, and I'm not knocking them, and I'm not saying that they don't work, but again, I try to find sources with food as opposed to pills and different creams. So just my opinion. You do what you feel is best for you. It helps reduce the fine lines and wrinkles. So I'm getting these deep lines in my lips. And so now when I'm wearing lipstick, I see my lipstick seeping up into my face. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, why is this happening right now? So, and crow's feet, if you're having, sorry, my nose is running. If you're having the problem around the eyes or you're getting the deep 11s, again, I am a little scared and hesitant of Botox and fillers. Again, other people love it, do it and love it, and I think that's great, but I'm a little hesitant, so I'm gonna go with the actual food instead. Strengthens hair and nails. So my hair, I have very short hair. It grows. I have to get my hair cut usually every 4 to 6 weeks. My hair grows pretty lavishly. It's thick. I am getting my, some grays. Obviously, the collagen's not going to help with the grays, but it is going to help strengthen the hair. My nails, like, I don't know, they've been growing. I don't really do mani-pedis very often, but just alone, my nails are growing and I love it. But it will help reduce the breakage and improve that growth. So definitely a good tip there. So how this comes. So it says on here, the collagen in matcha, 7,000 milligrams of collagen peptides. So typically collagen supplements come as hydrolyzed peptides for better absorption. So what does hydrolyze mean? That just means they've broken down the chains so it can absorb into the body better. You can also support the collagen production naturally with foods that are enriched with, or sorry, not enriched because that means they're adding it, that are rich in vitamin C, zinc, and copper. So if you're eating foods like that, with that in it, with those vitamins and minerals in there, then it's going to help. Let me jump down real quick. Collagen peptides, I just want to kind of explain that a little bit further. Broken down forms of collagen, the hydrolyzed collagen. I keep wanting to say hydrolyzation, making them easier to absorb in the body. They are typically sourced from bovine, marine, or poultry collagen to support the skin, joints, bones, and muscles. So what does 7,000 milligrams mean? It equals, if you're looking in a grams perspective, so 7 grams of collagen peptides. Recommended daily range of 2.5 to 15 grams, depending on your goal. So again, this one has the 7, so let's just say 7 grams. This is asking for 2 tablespoons per serving, and I've been drinking it just with my water, water from the tap or from the filtered refrigerator, 8 ounces, and it'll tell you. And then, like I said, different brands, different, offer different sizes. There's about 16 in here, and it's gluten-free and no sugar added. Yay. So, I'm not gluten intolerant, but if you are, this is a gluten-free product. So that's nice to know. All right, now let's talk about matcha, because we're learning this together right now, because matcha is not something that I'm too familiar with. I do love green tea, but I've never had it like in this form. So what is matcha? Matcha is finely ground powder made from shade-grown green tea leaves. So, like I said, I drink green tea, but I've never had it like in this powder form. Packed with antioxidants, especially the EGCG. Now, don't laugh at me when I try to say this word. Epigallocatechin gallate is what that stands for. It's what gives it that vibrant hue, and I don't know if you can see, but it is pretty bright, pretty bright green. Now when it mixes, it turns that beautiful green color. So benefits for the body. What does matcha do? It is rich in antioxidants. Okay, so like even if you're drinking green tea, we know that it's high in the antioxidants, especially those EGCGs. Which helps fight free radicals and reduces inflammation. So free radicals are just those nasty things going around in our body. So it helps fight that. And you get free radicals from a lot, sometimes from food. You get it from pollutants in the air. If you're grilling on the charcoal, charcoal grilling, you're going to get some toxins there. So not that I'm saying don't grill. You have to have a lot to really, make you super sick. But just that's one of those things. If you're a smoker, the toxins from that. What else does it do? It supports metabolism and detoxification. So it aids in the fat burning and the cleansing. So I've been on this massive cleanse kick after I got back from Maine. And so I've been trying these different products, such as this one, some other super greens, because I wanted to keep my, get that colon cleaned. And then the fat burning is just a bonus. Okay. So if you're having that, the supporting the metabolism and the detox, it's automatically going to give you more energy and help with weight loss. So again, win-win here if that's what your goal is. Sometimes when I go do a cleanse, it's not for the weight loss. It's really just to clean the gut. It's really just to rebuild that microbiome. So, but if you are trying to lose weight, this is a bonus. The matcha also enhances focus and calm. So it contains L-theanine, which promotes relaxed alertness, right? How do you relax and be alert? So it just calm down so you can focus. So that's always a great benefit. Now, how does matcha benefit the skin? Ha ha ha. So if we're continuing to thrive as we age, this is an anti-ager. So it boosts the collagen, that's why it's matched, and elastin, and helping reduce the wrinkles. So again, helping that beautiful face and that glow, keeping the skin nice and firm. If you have acne or a lot of oily skin, it helps reduce the sebum production, which ensues inflammation. So if you are one of those people who are prone to acne, and even in our, I'm almost 50, in a few months, 50. And I would say probably, 3 or 4 years ago, I went through this phase of adult acne. So just because we are no longer in our teens and, going through those hormones, you get it again when you're older. Maybe you don't. Now I notice it's cleared up much better than I have got some old photos. I'm like, what is happening? I asked my doctor and she's like, oh, it's adult onset acne. I'm like, well, that's not nice. I thought I was done with all that. So anyways, moving on. UV protection. It may help defend against sun damage and photo aging. So remember, I use the word so a lot, don't I? If you are out in the sun, even using sun protection, your skin is still, if you're out there too long, it is damaging the skin. It is, especially if you get a sunburn. And so this is going to help protect that. Sorry to say, I'm not a huge wearer of sunscreen because I'm like, ooh, they're just baking that stuff right into my skin. So I will use an SPF of 4 and an oil, an oil based or a cream based. And it's not high on the UVB protection scale. So again, personal preference. I'm just giving you educational tips. I am not prescribing anything. Let me just put that disclaimer in there. So brightens and detoxifies. So improves circulation and clears pore for that glowing skin. Can you see? Am I glowing? So I've only been drinking this for 2 weeks. I have noticed a difference. I think today I really noticed it when I use on my skin in the morning. I'll put on, I use a toner, and then I have my sister-in-law makes me this beautiful colloidal silver. And so I just spray the colloidal silver water on my face and then a daily face cream. So, and I felt afterwards, I'm like, oh wow, it just was really glowing, which inspired me to do this video today. So you can drink matcha or apply it topically in a mask and cleansers. It's gentle enough for sensitive skin and powerful enough to tackle blemishes and dullness. Now, I am just drinking mine, but maybe you want to do what it says. Now, I don't know. Maybe you would mix it with a jojoba oil if you're going to wear it as a cream, or if a mask, maybe just with some water, but I'm going to stick to drinking it. There are other forms of collagen, like I said. If you're looking up, if you're Googling collagen and collagen drinks and pills, there's a plethora out there. I'm not standing behind any particular one. I just wanted to give you the basics of what collagen does, what matcha does, why they're paired together, and hopefully just share a little bit of insight at what it can do for your body, especially during menopause. So if we are already fighting the dull skin, overweight, unhealthy gut, this is going to help. So it's going to help, clean the colon, reduce the inflammation, and give us that healthy glow. So please stay tuned. We're going to talk about so many more topics that affect us during this perimenopausal journey, because we want to continue to thrive as we age. Stay tuned.